Life
So
always looks better looking back, doesn't it? You kind of
always,
look back. You can look back at the journey and say, "That's what that was preparing me for." I wish I knew it while I was going through it.
I know, because in the moment you're like, what is this actual hell I'm living in? This is crazy. So, and I was broke and living paycheck to paycheck, and I mean, obviously, a lot of people are in this country, and it's so unfortunate. And I'm fortunate enough to like have pursued something that became a success, which I never thought would happen. But when I did book This Is Us, even I had to borrow money to go to the audition. I didn't even have enough money for gas. Like you
Hmm.
have to have $20 at least minimum on your credit
Yeah.
card or your debit card for them to process. I had 81 cents in my bank account. So I had none, no, nothing.
So that's true. I read that story. So legitimately, you had 81
Literally.
cents and not enough money for gas before you go book a role that end up being life changing and one of the largest roles ever. That was real.
Yes. Oh, it's so real.
So I also read a panic attack story where you
Yeah.
kind of looked back at this isn't what I want my life to be. Like, tell us about that.
Yeah. So I was married to an angel of a human being. We're still friends. But ultimately, we understood in hindsight, of course, that we just weren't destined to be together, at least not forever. We were just very different people. And I also was, still working as an agent and just very unfulfilled
Hmm.
and unhappy. And my body was keeping the score. And so when I'm sitting in this movie theater and this panic attack arises, I'm like, oh, this is it. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die watching the Expendables. With this is how I'm gonna go. And I was like, this is not cool. So, of course, an ambulance came, put me on a stretcher, and they were like, did a full workup, and they're like, you're fine, you're healthy, but I think you might have anxiety. And I'm like, what's anxiety? What in the world?
Yeah.
And so it really caused me to just take a pause and understand that, like, there was something that my body was trying to tell me. And it was that I was just so unhappy and doing things for everybody else. And I was too afraid to sort of pursue that.
Panic attack in the movie theater drove you into TV and movies.
Well, I mean, yes, it,
Kinda.
it made me realize that I was unhappy and I needed to figure out what was going to make me happy.
Yeah.